I should use micros a little bit more, but with the evals, I do trade a little bit more aggressive.
Order filled.
I would say I am in a micro long though on another account, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that feels good. But yeah, the goal of like some of these, if you got chopped up because your stop had less relative room than normal, you're not adjusting your risk. That's true. That is true. But like I said, around this time, I didn't think the volatility was too high for my stop loss, relatively. But then this candle right here kind of proved me wrong, which is when the volatility started to go up. But you're definitely right. Because yeah, like these three selling candles have definitely pushed up the volatility. That is true. In general, we have been up. Yesterday it worked out for me just fine. But it was a day where got to be a little more careful. Some people probably were sizing down. Yeah, it worked out for me yesterday. But the volatility has been up. So I should have, yes, in general, it has been up. But again, if you look back at the ATR and just like how the market was moving, like it was moving down a nice downtrend. But we were still only at a 15 to 20 ATR, which is completely normal for the NASDAQ. But now that we're up to a 30, 28, obviously that's where not as ideal. So yeah, definitely could have read it better, could have expected it to be more like this, potentially. But as far as just reading the market as it was moving in the present, I didn't have too much of a problem going for just a quick 12.5 point move. Because again, kind of looking for just a scalp, not really a move. Just a quick little reaction, which yeah, I got stopped out, but also I could have just as easily hit my profit target within a very quick window, if that makes sense. Okay, so you make the most of your money on high ATR and have to lower my risk for lower ATR. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense though. That does make sense. Alright, I get a nice little push up now though. Consolidate for a second. Now we're pushing up. We're up almost, what is that? We're like basically 50 points off my entry here on this 5-minute move. So that's pretty cool. 50 points is pretty killer. So this one I did size down. We're only in a micro, so we're risking 281 with my stop loss down at the lows. So yeah, definitely agree with you. Definitely do not disagree. Well, with certain accounts I do trade a little bit differently, just with, again, kind of a quick scalp play for that 10, 12 points. Maybe it should have been like 15, 20 today, but again, trying to be consistent. And with other accounts, I do, obviously, like with this, it's like I'm going for like the overall move here, and it's very much an opportunity. I mean, if I took 1 mini on this, that's $2,800 of risk, and I don't know who can do that. I was banking on making $1,000 a day on one trade a day. Went into doubt because the trade I'd had to re-engineer my strat. Yeah, no, it's definitely hard to make $1,000 in a day when obviously the volatility is not there, unless you like size up with the mic like more contracts, which obviously is always a thing as well. But obviously, yeah, with the lower ATR, the market moves a little bit differently in general. So what can you do? But it does sound like you are managing your strategy well considering the market conditions. Because yeah, for the past, we've been kind of talking about on stream since like August, September, until like this last week or two, the volatility has been really low. The ATR has been like almost like a high of a 12 or 13, and then like the low of like a 6 throughout the day, at least on NASDAQ. So it's been very, very choppy, very low volatility. So yeah, definitely got to adjust when the market changes and does this. But I have definitely traded this kind of momentum and volatility before, so it's not new to me, but it is a bit of an adjustment for sure. Exactly. Yeah, when the ATR drops from 11 to 15 to 4 to 5, especially like after like 10, 11 o'clock. I mean, yeah, like even like for my trade, it's like if I was taking my 12.5 point scalp, it's like that 12.5 points is going to take like 30 minutes to hit. Not quite, but definitely longer than like 1 or 2 minutes, which is what I'm kind of typically looking for. It's like a 1-2 minute trade. But yeah, with this volatility, that's kind of a couple 10-second trade. Yeah, so for this trade, looking pretty good. We'll probably go break even once we kind of get towards some of these highs. But I do like to let these trades just kind of do their thing a little bit. Don't want to stress about it. We could get a bull flag here, so I want to keep my eye on that. $40 till this kind of closes. See what happens here. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, 9 points is definitely a lot easier with the higher ATR versus low ATR. Yeah, definitely don't disagree with anything you said. Definitely manage your risk, adjust for the volatility in the ATR. Yeah, I could definitely like the long there. We're dealing with shorts. We did get a nice selling candle there. Pretty good, but I would be a little cautious of this bull flag. If we get back above the 605s, I imagine we kind of push higher. But this big red candle would definitely be concerning for the buyers, and then obviously good for the I forgot what I was saying, but definitely could take these levels out and continue lower. TP at 548. Ooh, so you're going to get all the way down here. Hopefully it works out. I might try one more move. Probably should size down, but
order submitted.
I don't quite have time to set up my other chart with the mic. I should have been more prepared for that, but we'll see what happens. It'll probably be a lesson learned for sure, but oh yeah, I heard like a typical NASDAQ like ATR, just like a 30-point move I think used to be like very big on the NASDAQ. which is literally like from here to here, like, which is almost like a typical thing now.
Order canceled.
It looks like we could continue lower. Could be. Could be making the move lower here, unless we do get back up there, but it is definitely looking a little kind of indecisive here. I'm just thinking how the people making money. That's what I was thinking too. Like, unless they're literally just trading like more contracts, right? But then you're paying more in fees and stuff, so who knows? Who knows?
Order
I
submitted.
still kind of like this. Like, again, we
Order
get
filled.
that little push up. And see that, not to say that, again, you're definitely right about sizing down, but like when I can just get a little piece of the pie, obviously my risk is the same. It's 1-to-1 no matter what. And obviously, like, yeah, I could have sized down, put my stop lower, and then obviously had a higher target. But at the end of the day, like, if it's gonna get that momentum push, which is what I'm looking for, is that, like, I want to be right kind of right away, if that makes sense. So I definitely don't disagree with what you're saying. And obviously got a little unlucky earlier today, but obviously with this trade, I got my 12.5 points really quickly, and it was, I mean, that was an easy, beautiful trade. So we'll take it. Now we're only down 310. Good bull flag there. Not so good for Dylan though. Hopefully he's not still short. Blessed to be living in this time, not that. Oh, amen. Amen. Looking good though. We are up, what, 65 points from my entry, my original entry on this 5-minute trade, down at 560. $300 loss. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Especially since you said you were up like 880, so now you're only down like 580. Or no, it's still up 580. My bad, my bad. Actually, nah, don't scale if you haven't practiced it. That's also valid. And that's what I might say to others as well. It's just like, you follow your strategy, right? Because as soon as you start doing things, like, that's where it is tough. Because a lot of people come in the chat like you, and obviously you're very intelligent, and you have a lot of time in the market, and you know what you're doing. But obviously, everyone looks at the market differently and trades differently. So that's where it's like, I love hearing from other people and like learning from them. But sometimes it is like, oh, like, why didn't you go short? Or like, obviously that's a short. You should go short now because of this or because of that. And it's like, yeah, that might be a good short for you, but like, it's not a good short for me because I don't take those shorts. You know? And if I'm not 100% confident in the short or the move, then like, obviously I shouldn't be taking it. But doesn't mean you're wrong either. I scale in thirds, 1/3, then 2/3, and hit TP or trail momentum. Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, it sounds like you know what you're talking about. It's definitely something I'll try and implement. Because someone was in the chat a little while ago, and they were kind of talking about like just having like a static risk reward, which that's what I'm kind of trying with this eval, is like just 12.5 points, 250 every time. So as long as I can keep my win rate above a 1, I can obviously keep my losses relatively low, but then if I can obviously keep winning, I can still make profit, which is kind of what I'm trying. But it's a little bit new to me, so there we go. Nice little move up. My first entry having the largest risk size. The full size is 1/3 the original risk with 1 to 2 points. or 1 or 2 profits floating. Okay, okay. Sounds very, very good. I mean, sounds like it's working too. I might have to implement some of that stuff for sure. Definitely. There is definitely like that appeal to certain trades, because even like this trade, a lot of traders that take trades like this will probably they usually do have like 4 or 5 kind of like it is high level stuff. It is definitely it's less simple. And I think there is an argument to be said about keeping trading simple. One more trade for Dylan. Okay, okay. But there's definitely an argument to be said about keeping things simple with trading, because it can be rough to overcomplicate things. But also on the same argument, there is value to having like a higher level of backtesting and strategy, which can kind of it can give you that edge over other people that do keep things too simple. But yeah, I mean, yeah, scaling definitely allows you to tip the RR scale massively. Exactly. But yeah, like with a trade like this, obviously this is 1 micro, so like you physically cannot have more positions without risking more than $280, because this is 140 points or whatever. But typically, yeah, like on a bigger trade like this, to scale down, can you go below a micro? Or are you just saying that like obviously I could be in more micros? But yeah, typically traders will have like, they'll have a profit target somewhere like here, they'll have the profit target here, they'll have another one, they'll have like their runner up here. Scale up and risk less. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Trade's still looking good though. We're just kind of chilling. We're up 70 points. We could probably go break even soon. It would suck to give back some of this profit, so that's where I would maybe like lock in some of this, like $80 maybe, or like there. But I do like just kind of letting it do its thing. Put it here for now, but might lock in some profits here as well. The lock-in point is a scaling point. Okay, now I see I see what you're saying, because I also have experimented with that. Again, not something I'm like do a lot, but I remember especially with Apex, because I was trading with them and they kind of had all their dumb rules about dollar cost averaging, and it was like, oh, I can't like obviously I can't dollar cost average down here to get like a better overall entry, but if I'm in profit like right now, it's like, yeah, I could buy another contract and then kind of keep my stop above break even up here. And then now I'm in double the size, so if it continues up, now I'm making not twice, but like almost 1.5 times the money. So it's not something I've done a lot of, but like I definitely have tried it before. But looks like we're almost up 100 points. So this is really awesome. I might just lock in like $100. But it would suck if it just came all the way back down and stopped me out. But if it's going to go, I mean, it's going to go, and that'll be great. But that makes sense, yeah. Because yeah, if I bought right up here to kind of add into this position, it probably would move my relative break-even point right here. But then I'd be in more contracts and more size. So I do like that. I do like that. And that's something I've done. I think I've just there's just a few times where I did that, and I felt like every time I got stopped out break even, because as soon as I was like, oh, I'll buy another contract here, then it just came back down and stopped me out for nothing, instead of like stopping me out at like a small win of $100 or something like that. But I do understand the principle, and I do like it. I might start implementing that more. Yeah, proper scaling, stronger RR. Yeah, crazy trade so far, up 100 points just about. I guess like 95, but see if it continues higher or not. Going back over here, this actually could be
Order submitted.
a little retest off this Tokyo level, Tokyo low from earlier. Let's keep an eye on that. But it might just go without me, which is totally fine. If you do it, I recommend using half your normal size as a practice. Yeah, that makes sense, especially if you are scaling in. Because yeah, you could easily like scale in, keep the risk really low, and then just kind of add into it. And like obviously, yeah, taking a break even, not the end of the world at all. So this candle is a little
Order filled.
wicky there. We are again that's kind of what we look for, is that quick bounce. Oh shoot, my order's not. Oh no. My order is stuck. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Chat, what do I do? It says I'm at 500 bucks. It won't let me close my order. I don't know if this is news or something. I'm clicking close. Is there... Yeah, no, I mean, there's another... I have my chart things over on the right. I'm trying to close it, but like you can see, like, I can't move or like... It is the market makers. I mean, technically this is awesome if I am up 150 bucks. And I do have obviously the stream. I do have it like recording as well. So on YouTube, everyone on YouTube is seeing this. This is crazy. This is good.
Order filled.
Oh shoot.
Order filled.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what just happened. They literally violated me. Like, shoot. Well, because I was clicking close all. I didn't click the short button. I was just trying to flatten. But basically, I got my 250. And then it got me short somehow right here. And then short again. And then two shorts.
Target filled.
I did win this trade though for $281. So that's awesome. That's 140 points. But what the heck was this? I should be up $800, chat. What's going? All right. So for those of you who, yeah, I think I might, because I am on a prop firm as well, take profit trader. So I think I should be able to send that in and see what they say. Because yeah, I mean that's just, you could blame like, oh, I shouldn't be trading during news, but like, what news was that? You know, like unless it was a tweet. I definitely could blame TradeAbate there, because I think someone in the chat also said that they had the same issue on NinjaTrader. So it could also be a, yeah, I did screen record and got it all on the stream. Like it's, yeah, that I do appreciate that advice, because I think that is something I'll try and do here. Because I mean, they might argue that like, oh, well, you were trying to like cancel or sell your order, but I mean, NinjaTrader has a close all button, at least I do. And I'll change to a sim account here just so I can like practice it. But if I click close all right now, it's not doing anything. right?
Order filled.
If I buy and click close
Order
all,
filled.
even if I spam it, it doesn't make me sell. So, right, everything has a close all. Like it should have just flattened things. I will say, just for, I think the obvious lesson here, like if that happens in the future, it probably would be smart just to like keep hands off. But also, it's hard to know if like this original long did actually work. So that's where it's. Oh, you say calling for revenge trading? Yeah. No, I mean, you're definitely right on that. I don't think I'm gonna be taking more trades after that, especially on this account. And then obviously I'm up 140 points on this account. We're chilling. But like, holy crap. Hey, well, chat. We were right. I mean, retest off that level and we exploded. Yeah, not sure. Hopefully, Take Profit Trader will help me out with that a little bit.